What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is just too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun. Shaun, how's it going?
Hi, I'm Shaun. I'm over 18 and I'm ready to have fun.
Oh no. Why does that make it sound real, worse?
I want to have fun talking about weird news with my pal. Everything I said in that was factual, Connor.
I've never met this man before, police. What are you doing here?
Connor, I am good. Thank you for asking me to be on another episode of Weird News Wednesday. It's always touch and go whether I'll be invited back.
I like the idea that every week you're like an alternate. I keep feeling like I'm going to get someone this week, I promise.
Sorry. Joe Rogan pulled out this week. Shaun, can you fill in?
You're just like sitting by the phone. It's gotten to episode 500. You're like, what if this is the week though? What if this is the week Joe Rogan turns up?
What if he doesn't pull out this time? Yeah, and I've just got a Batman-style hotline set up in my sitting room.
Shaun, this is weird news. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man who's been too busy fighting crime in Gotham City to look at any weird news.
Are we talking 60s Batman or Bale Batman?
Oh, I'm talking Bale Batman, Connor. You know I'm doing some Krav Maga on these guys.
And your knees don't work.
One of them actually doesn't. I have a knee issue.
That's true.
I have patellofemoral malalignment. It's really sore.
That is a mouthful. Could you not just say, and if anyone asks, just my knee is just sore.
I have a twisted kneecap.
The old twisted kneecap.
The old twisty knee.
The old twisty knee. Is
my
he coming or going? We don't fucking know. So, Shaun, this is weird news. And we are starting this week with something that, is a bit of a mystery. And there is currently a terror striking a small Leicestershire resident. I would say a phantom of some kind, because I have doorbell owner wants phantom farter to come clean, Shaun. Oh fuck!
What?
Yeah.
That's the weirdest description of a person I've ever heard. Not phantom farter. Doorbell owner.
Yeah, that's what caught my eye as well.
I'd argue many people own doorbells.
I would say it's almost universal if you have any sort of residence whatsoever.
I actually don't have a doorbell. I have a knocker. It scares the shit out of me every time someone knocks it.
That kind of just a knocker really reminds you of horror movies or old mansions.
You're thinking of Muppets Christmas Carol, aren't you?
I am indeed. Marley and Marley.
It's a great movie, great film. Watch it for the first time this last Christmas. Really good.
First time. It's
first
so
time.
Good.
It's so good.
And this is completely off topic, but we did a top 5 Christmas movies list a few years ago on Movie Mondays, and you didn't have Muppets Christmas Carol anywhere near the list, and I had it number 1, and I got, I would say, slagged. I would say I got insulted because you were like, it's not number 1.
No, to be fair, I did pick a hill to die on there. But now having seen the movie, I would firmly put it at number 2, Connor.
Behind Don't Say All of the Other Reindeer.
It's All of the Other Reindeer. It's the best Christmas movie. You can all fight me.
Nobody else has seen that.
Everyone's seen it. Drew Barrymore plays a little dog.
That's top of her IMDb list. This is the thing.
There's a postman who has the same voice as the robot devil from Futurama, Connor.
No way.
Perfectly Christmassy.
I'm kind of in now, to be honest. That's lured me in. Does he play the violin?
He is. No, he's not actually.
No, that's fair enough. Doorbell owner.
Doorbell owner.
Just to go back to this, the journalist, when writing this, went to in my head, did a one-on-one interview. I was how would you describe yourself? What would be your hobbies or interests? Well, I own a doorbell. That's probably
ding dong.
No, or else they had like a really long story of how they like, well, I help charities. I was building houses over in just like very poor areas for, you know, the orphans. I run marathons every year. I'm kind of a fitness freak.
Climb the 10 highest peaks in the world. You know, just general day-to-day stuff.
I was a professional boxer for a few years.
Was it like passive-aggressive that they sat down to do the interview and the doorbell rang and they had to get up? And so the interviewer said, well, fucking doorbell owner, and it's apparently more important than talking to me.
Mr. I walk away rudely in the middle of fucking interviews, dickhead. So, doorbell owner wants phantom farter to come clean, Shaun. A Leicestershire resident has called for a man who keeps farting in front of their doorbell to come clean. As an anonymous poster in the Spotted Wigston Facebook page claimed the bespectacled chap has been continually letting off, and I don't like this part of the article, Shaun, bum burps.
Go ahead. Oh no. Now, there was, I once knew someone who referred to them as a trouser cough, so I don't know which one is better.
You don't want that these days. Oh no, he's got a trouser cough.
Oh yes, he forgot his trouser mask. We're all going to get trouser COVID. Which I think is gonorrhea, but I'm not sure.
I think I shit myself. Do I have trouser COVID?
Doctor, please help.
I read this online. Apparently this person this bespectacled chap keeps letting off a bum burps in front of their doorbell cam. So they've got a camera in the doorbell, which adds to the the terrorism of it all.
It's somehow more sinister if it's not a camera doorbell, though. If it's just regular doorbell.
Yeah, you're just doing it for the love of the sport at that stage.
It's a personal pleasure, like farting in front of that person's front door.
In a video evidencing this claim, the man can be seen staring into the camera with a straight face as he creaks out a sort of double guff before grinning and nodding at the camera.
And clearly they don't know him because they've seen him, like, his full face. And just they're not like, oh, that's Tom from down the road. He's a local scourge.
Yeah, I think that adds to the audacity. I think that adds to the shithousery, literally. To be like, to walk.
Well, we don't know how far this man went.
One day it's going to go too far. We all know, but like to have that confidence internally, to be like, they can't pin this on me. They have no records of my.
This is another thing because. They have no records of him. But outside of all of that, the, showmanship that this man has, because I don't know about you, I can't just summon one on command when I'm standing in front of someone's doorbell. Unless he waits till he has to.
Yeah, is it time sensitive? Like, is he waiting in the general area, and then when he feels something happening, sets off in a sprint to the right area?
I think in that situation, I think a sprint is risky, Connor, because you don't know which road you're going to take on that sprint,
and you don't want to be farting mid sprint.
The speed boost is admirable, but if you're running to somewhere where you have to perform a little trouser cough, then you want to save it all for opening night, you know.
Where have
you know
we
what I'm saying?
This has gone off the rails early.
Is this toilet humour? Or will we devolve to toilet humour on this podcast?
I think we're not the ones farting in front of cameras. I think this had to be thrown into weird news. I mean, it's weird news, and there's a man terrorising a family by continuously walking up to their doorbell, which has a camera on it, farting into it, and then walking away. And to me, if we didn't cover this, it would be our journalistic integrity would be gone.
Okay, so yeah, you're right, and we do provide a service to the people. So let's try and solve this problem, is what I'm thinking of. So number one, and this is a standard, like, dealing with bullies problem, which is you just remove the camera doorbell. You take the satisfaction out of it for the bully. Now,
you leave a big bag of shit on your own doorstep and wait for him to arrive.
See, this is route number 2 that you could take.
Literally.
Which is you try and be worse to him than he is to you. Right? So, big bag of shit, one way to go. Dog who hasn't, like, ever taken a shit, just leave him near the door. I don't know how. I don't know how you'd engineer that kind of situation. I'm an ideas man, Connor.
You just keep looking at Rover. Don't you fucking dare! Not until he arrives.
No. The other place my head is going is that you somehow, and I don't know how possible this is, but you use the camera in the doorbell to set up some kind of airsoft rifle, which can track the man. And
I think the only option is you try to figure out a time that he continuously turns up. You learn his rhythms, you learn his schedule. Then you kind of pinpoint when the next strike will happen. And whenever you feel like that will be, you get you, maybe your partner, maybe another friend. You hide in the general area of bushes around it, and you wait for the man with the glasses to show up, who's got a bit of a shifty walk because he's holding one in until he gets there.
Of course, he had a long run. He had a long run to get over. Mm-hmm. And then you pull out the sock that you've filled with a padlock, and you just beat the shit out of him.
No, because that's an actual genuine concern.
Oh, that's a crime. Sorry, that is a crime.
No, you could literally beat the shit out of him at that point. That's risky.
And that is risky, because then, like, you have to deal with it, because now you're a part of it. Like, unless, right? Because presumably this doorbell would send a notification to a phone. That's how my parents' camera doorbell works.
Of course.
And it's like someone's at the door, right? So you wait till you get that notification, and then you go around from back of the house where he can't see you, and you just walk up to your own house, and you say to your man, God, do you do this too? Right? And now there's 2 of you. Now you're friends.
Yeah.
Right? And so you say, oh, well, I'll see you again next week. Next week comes by, there you both are, ready to do the business. And then you beat him with a sock with a padlock in it.
I like the idea of going through that whole scenario for weeks. Like embedding yourself like a gang undercover.
Yeah, like you go to Christmas with his family, like...
And he unwraps his present, and it's the padlock.
It's a padlock. Oh, show me that for a second.
Wait till I show you how it works. Turns around to all of his sons and daughters, just winging it.
Then he gets his entire family to fart on him.
But John, you've been my friend for 15 years. Why now?
Have you ever heard of the long con, Derek?
Look, I just feel like this person put this on Facebook expecting sympathy, and you'll be pleasantly surprised to know that people were just kind of laughing and thought it was funny that they were going through this issue. But this is a genuine problem. That's like striking this person.
Don't mistake our laughter for like not taking this seriously. No. Like trying to make the best out of a bad situation, but like this is genuinely unsettling for someone to have to go through.
I mean, it's unsettling, but it's just the right level of shithousery that I'm on board. That because you're not doing anything other than farting, which makes it funnier.
Yeah. He's not entering the house. There's none of that. Like, it's objectively harmless, but it's just like, why would you bother?
Exactly. Petty shithousery.
Petty shithousery.
Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and it involves something that is probably going to creep you out a little bit more, because
I don't like this.
We've covered a few ghosts on this show.
Oh, we have.
And you are our resident ghost hunter. Who you gonna call? But Shaun. It's not as catchy. But Shaun, this pub in England is currently having a bit of a crisis, as the staff are too scared to work alone, and everyone there is even too scared to even go. They could be going out of business, because I have pub's ghost leaves staff too scared to work alone as CCTV captures item moving on its own. Shaun, oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Okay, we had a story similar to this about chairs and stuff moving in a British pub. But it's a different pub, I'm led to believe.
So, sisters Rochelle Stocks and Ashley Naisbitt took on the Black and Grey pub in Darlington last year and say that they've witnessed all kinds of strange goings-on since, including a pen spinning and a brush moving on its own, leaving staff frightened to work at all.
Right. So, are those the only two instances of strange things going on? Or
the sisters said that they were upstairs last year when they heard banging from the pub below. Concerned that they had a burglar, they called the police. And after checking the whole place out, the police looked at them and they said, "There's no evidence of a break-in. Nobody was here.
There's not been a break-in here for 90 years."
It's a very old policeman. Rochelle said, "We were staying upstairs in the apartment, and in the middle of the night we both shot up awake and we were like, what on earth is going on? It kind of sounded like metal banging together, like if you'd grabbed some pots and started hitting them beside each other. That's why we thought it was getting closer, because down the corridor is the kitchen, Shaun."
Of course.
I said, "Call the police straight away," because there was just so much banging and clattering downstairs. We were certain someone had broken into the pub. So we rang the police, said there's someone downstairs. They come out. They say there's nothing here. There's no disturbance whatsoever. We looked at the CCTV cameras and there was nothing apart from shadows. There was a shadow bobbing across the bar, and there was nothing to create this shadow, Shaun. Nothing at all.
Nothing within like the window of the camera, but like surely there are places outside the camera that can cast a shadow, Connor. Because I'm a ghost investigator, but I'm also a skeptic, as we know.
It's always a really quick day out whenever you're on the job. You turn up, you go, "To be honest, I don't really even think there are ghosts, so I'll just head home."
I don't believe it.
It's just kind of, I think I'm wasting your time here now.
Sorry. Okay, as well. I've been a bit quiet as you've been reporting, Connor, because before I saw the video, I had to watch a fucking Board Fáilte ad. But
that's a very Irish joke. Go on.
It's our tourism board. It's like, I don't want to go to Wexford.
I don't want to go here. I'm already here.
So the video is called "Chilling Moment a quote unquote ghost moves objects in front of pub staff."
Oh, fuck.
And it's a video of one of these sisters holding a pen in the air and then in her hand, and then the pen rotates.
You're getting ahead of me, Shaun, because that was only the first incident, the break-in. But now I'm going to creep you out altogether, because we're moving on to the fact that they're like, "I think there's a ghost here. How do we prove it?" We do the old pen spin trick that we all know and love from Ghostbusters 2. And so they walked in.
Is that in Ghostbusters 2?
It's absolutely not. So a couple of days later, Rochelle asked the ghost, who they call Paul, to move the pen in her hand. And to her surprise, Shaun, the pen started to slowly rotate in her hand.
I feel like that's probably a trick you can learn. Like, that's an uncle trick that someone would have, you know? I can make an egg roll around in my hand without moving my hand. Like, that's
not
just
true.
that. I can make a chupa chup stand on end in my hand.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true. I will get a lollipop the next time I see you. It'll be very strange.
Very specific. Just show up. Hi, I'm not actually here to talk about the podcast. Look at my fucking hand.
I'm also not here to hang out as friends either. I'm here to prove a point.
And you immediately leave.
Right, back to my train.
I left work for this. They're mad.
I quit my job for this.
I better go beg to get it back. So, Shaun, this ghost is absolute. I mean, they say Paul is gentle, but they admit that they no longer sleep in the pub alone for fear that he may attack them. And so, I mean, you have this ghost going around, Shaun. I wanted to bring this to light because this ghost, we have video evidence which could clearly disprove all of your just negativity, all your maybe wariness to believe. There's a video of him moving a pen. How have you ever seen a ghost move stationary? You haven't. So my question to you, Shaun, is what's going on here?
I mean, all I saw in that video was someone hold up a pen in their hand and then the pen moved, which I would argue you could probably say that the person moved it. Also, even if Paul the ghost moved this pen, they asked Paul to do it. He's clearly very accommodating. Why are they afraid of an attack from such an accommodating...
A simple statement of, fuck off, Paul, might suffice.
Yeah. And, like, there are ways, like, if you want to know what Paul's about, just ask him to write something with the pen that he's clearly able to move.
He's spinning that around non-stop.
Yeah, like a record, baby. Or, like... And, look, I think I make this joke every time that we have a haunted pub.
Yeah.
They clearly serve spirits.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's good.
I feel like
this is a classic.
What's happened here is one pub did the ghost story and they got some publicity. And
bit of an uptick in business during a difficult time for pubs.
4 or 5 haunted pubs in like the past 6 months that they just are like, our one's definitely haunted and we've got video evidence. And so I need to bring it up because there's video evidence. And I know you're a skeptic and a ghost hunter simultaneously. So I never know what side of the fence you're going to end up on.
Bit of a conflict of interest, I will be honest.
I love you walking around going, this is all fucking pointless. Walking around
this is bullshit. Gun. You're all idiots.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit, I believe. I'm Mulder now from the X-Files. But, like, I live near a pub that is, like, supposedly haunted as well. And it's grand. But, like, it's not the best crack in the world either. So, what's
do you work on the tourism board for them?
I do, yeah, actually. I used to. They let me go very recently for whatever reason.
Lads, it's grand. Like a bad atmosphere. Really weird vibe, but it's grand.
Really weird vibe. Like, you never know. Like, it's never great crack, but, like, it's fine.
like, you'll go and you'll have a few. And you'll be like, will we go to the fun place? After does anyone know anywhere better with a bit of crack and a bit of music?
Yeah, because this pub is near the taxi rank, so it's like, okay, it's easy to get to. And then you go off into other places.
Does your town also have, by the way, and this is such a small town
thing,
because like, my town, where I grew up is like fucking tiny compared to like everywhere else. So we had like 3 pubs, and one of them was the nightclub, right? So one of them was a main nightclub. And so you always go to one of them from like 9 to 11. And then at 11, you'd go from the 11 to half 12. Or 12 o'clock.
Oh, right,
and then the nightclub was across the road from the second pub. So you go from... And everybody did the exact same thing every single night. And there was one night where we were like, well, we'd stay in the first pub. And the whole place cleaned out by like 11 o'clock.
Had the run of the place to yourselves.
We were just like, all right, we'll just stay here.
All right, grand, I'm nice and comfy and cosy. Like, ours is kind of like that, but, like, there's a shit ton of pubs in my town. Like, too many for the size of it.
Yeah, no, I think ours is the same, but they were, like, the 3 ones the young people went to. All the rest of them were, like, old man pubs.
Yeah. And did you have a pub that was definitely, like, that's where the 16-year-olds definitely get served?
Oh, there were 16-year-olds working behind the bar in that pub.
work experience, you know, lads.
I'd be walking into my last year of school going, he's 3 years below me, and he's serving up fucking martinis behind the fucking
He's doing like bartender tricks and everything. Like, he's class.
That lad's only 14. What the fuck's he doing here?
He makes a mean daiquiri though, so we can't let him go.
Oh, he's some man for a daiquiri, boy. We call him Daiquiri Derek.
His name's Glenn. It's strange.
Oh man. So Shaun, we're gonna have to move on for our next piece of news, and there's a few different ways I could go here, but we can get into Florida Man stories. We have quite a few this week, if you'd like. But first, I would like to talk about something that really kind of creeped me out. And this is from maybe last week or a few days, maybe like 10 days ago. And we didn't get to talk about it last week. But it caught my eye and I wanted to bring it up to you, Shaun, because China has switched on its artificial sun and it burned 5 times hotter than our actual sun, Shaun.
Is this not the plot of Spider-Man 2?
I don't want to say anything, but this is definitely how we all die. And I know it's been a few days since this came out, but I always see this, if I see a headline like this, I always think, I gotta tell Shaun we're gonna die soon.
I like, why would you build an artificial sun? Because we're just far enough from the sun that we're grand.
Yeah. Why would you bring it here?
Yeah, why would you bring it? Why would you shit where you eat? Like, you're... 100 kilometres closer or further to from the sun, we probably wouldn't be here.
And another big point is the sun, making a sun that's 5 times hotter than our actual sun is the opposite of solving the problem we have, which is the fact that it's not cold enough to keep all the ice caps still as ice. So
this is true.
We need to build an ice sun. Something like that. I'm no scientist, Shaun.
But then you have you seen Snowpiercer, Connor? Because you've essentially described the plot of Snowpiercer there.
There's a plot of every movie. If you just get involved in a sun or a moon.
But like, also, if the sun that we built was more powerful than our sun, what was that powered by? Coal?
Yes. They worked for the coal industry.
They were shoveling it in.
We're coming back. This is why coal is dying out. It took every bit of coal on Earth to power this sun, and there was just a bunch of lads with shovels, just like all fucking covered in soot, just
with little flat caps on them and their sleeves rolled up,
and a really small cigarette.
Yeah, little, like, just the end of it. Also, the sun is 15 million degrees Celsius.
Well, this sun burned at 70 million degrees Celsius, Shaun.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Too hot, isn't it? Isn't it? Like,
so that means this machine can burn almost 5 times hotter than the thing that is literally keeping everyone on Earth alive.
Jesus. And they just built this in China for the laugh, like.
And they burnt it for 17 minutes and 36 seconds, which is almost too long.
That is too long to have 5 times the heat of the sun. Where did they? Where was? Okay, because like, how close were people to this artificial sun?
They all just had a few, the science goggles? They were standing in the
ones
room.
You get given in school, like, it's just like, yeah, pop them on, you'd be grand.
And then some of them, they ran out of goggles, so they gave them the old, like, red and blue glasses you used to have for old 3D movies. Here, put them on.
Well, it's like it's right in front of me. But, like, how, because you can't get close to the sun, because you'll die. Like, what, what was the parameters of this experiment that people were able to survive it and tell us about it?
No, the idea is the test. I feel like this is Spider-Man 2, because it's all just about getting renewable energy sources strong enough to fuel things. So they're like building another sun.
But don't do that on the Earth. Like,
go to the moon.
If anything, build it near the current sun. And just replace it when it burns out.
It's a lot harder to get lads out there though, because normally the closer you get, the hotter it becomes. You go, Jesus, it's getting a bit warm around here. Maybe we should stop building the sun. Do you ever try to build something on a hot day, Shaun? They're going towards the sun and building it there.
Yeah, but what if they just went at night, Connor, is my question.
Oh, smart. Yeah, good thinking.
Yeah, see? I'm always thinking.
So they're trying to figure out a way that they can keep the machine running for longer than 20 minutes. And then it could provide a clean electricity to loads of people, apparently, Shaun. So, done with the right intentions, but definitely the reason we're all going to die. I've seen Spider-Man 2. He's got the power of the sun in the palm of his hand. That is what Doc Ock wanted to do, and he nearly killed everyone in New York.
This is true, but like, why? Also, the longer than 20 minutes thing is terrifying. Because what happens at the what happened, like this one ran for 17 and a half minutes or whatever. What if they had just left it on? What would have happened? Would it have swallowed the earth? Because
I love, by the way, that me and you are so dumb. we're still like, let's go all whole hog at this.
I feel like they need people like us on that board to be absolute idiots.
Lads,
no, but what if this happened?
Yeah, but lads, why are we doing this? If we're looking around,
what's the point? Can we not just use solar power, or water?
Does anyone know where we could get solar power from? Oh fuck! Hang on, there's like a window right beside them.
But this is going to be such a business because they'll need funding to finish that project, right? So like a million years in the future, like Amazon is going to own the sun. Like that's twisted.
That's also, why Bezos is getting involved with space. He just wants to get closer and closer to monetize the sun.
He wants to fly to the sun and put a QR code on it.
You have to get primed to get to the sun faster.
Have you heard of, this is completely like off topic, kind of a little bit. Have you heard of a Dyson sphere? That this is something, it's a concept. A Dyson sphere is essentially like a cage you would put around a star to
Don't tell me Dyson are getting involved with that.
This is where I'm going with. Because it's like this fantastical concept, and it'd be amazing if it ever worked. But like now, you're going to get Dyson sponsoring that, which just makes it so much less cool.
Any sponsorship at all makes things less cool.
Yeah, it's going to be like watching a game of NFL, and it's like, and here's the Verizon wireless sun.
Here's the Verizon wireless McDonald's brought to you top 5 plays of the day.
Gone sexual. I'm
just like, play the top 5 plays. I don't give a shit.
I don't think we should be trying to make stars on the earth.
But what about if I said to you, you could build your own fusion reactor using that sun?
I still don't know a lot about fusion reactors, Connor. I'm disappointed to say.
Yeah.
But anything I do know is that fusion reactors can have meltdowns and problems.
I would say not problems. I would say problems.
You also have to deal with the waste. And I imagine running a sun to produce energy, that probably produces a lot of waste.
Here's what I would say, is that, say any nuclear explosion through fusion reactors. A nuclear explosion, if you will, Shaun. Nuclear.
Nuclear, it's
pronounced. What we could do is, if that blows up, there's still some hope that somebody's going to survive, would be my thought. Say, obviously terrible disaster, Chernobyl, okay?
Of course.
Some people survived. I would give the idea that if this goes wrong, ain't nobody getting 3 seconds to know what the fuck's already happened before we are enveloped by this 70 million degree sun.
Because a nuclear reactor exploding, and this might be a controversial statement, but that's a bad thing to happen.
I'm coming down hard.
That's the hill I'm willing to die on. But a sun exploding, I I would argue is one of the worst things to happen to a planet that the sun is on.
I think you said one of the worst things. Another one. Britain's Got Talent. We're going to keep going.
Piers Morgan. but like, because closest planet to the sun, Mercury.
Yeah.
It's too close to the sun to sustain life. So why would we put a sun where all the life is?
I think what you do instead, you get the spaceship, fly away from the sun, okay? You go past Mars. You go past all the lads, right?
Yeah.
If you want to do a big loop, you can. Look, go closer, then go around. Get that boost by going around the sun. Come back
Get
around.
the old slingshot effect.
The
around
old slingshot
Saturn,
effect. If I've ever seen a movie, that's what works. Okay, but you'll go further
Tune in for the
away.
Moonfall review coming next month.
Oh,
by the way.
I can't wait. There's going to be all this science nonsense. Me and you just not knowing what we're talking about. But to be fair, either is Roland Emmerich. So
Yeah, we're just saying it confidently.
Go to a cold planet, Neptune.
Neptune, one of the coldest planets.
Uranus. Stop. Just
Pluto. It's a planet.
When we were growing up, it was. Put the artificial sun there, and then you'll be able to live there. Thoughts?
So okay, yeah. So leave our sun where it is, right?
That's fine. Leave it there. It's grand.
And look, if you want to get rid of Pluto that badly, replace it with another sun. Because then what you have, if gravity wasn't a thing and it wouldn't fuck up our Earth's orbit, like irrevocably, you would have two suns. So you would have like a world of always daytime, Connor, where you never have to sleep. You get so much done in the day. You can do a load of podcasts with your best friend.
I'm going back. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, remove the other sun. World of always nighttime, please.
Remove both of them. I'm done.
Just leave Uranus. That's all I need.
That's my last words.
Come on.
So, Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news. We're all going to die from that. Don't worry about it.
We're all going to die eventually anyway, though. So
so it's grand.
Take
that might
comfort in
just
that.
probably speed up the process. Everyone calm down. We're all going to die anyway. guys, it's fine.
Guys, nothing matters, but in like the best way. Just take it easy. You'll have fun. It'll be fine.
So we're moving on, Shaun, to Florida. And there's a few stories this week from Florida. One really caught my eye, though, was the Maryland firefighters rescue team. Because they got called out on a mission because there was a man stuck in a chimney. And Go on.
Could it be?
I feel it's a bit late. It takes them a while to get to Florida. Is Maryland in Florida? Maybe it isn't in Florida. Oh my god, maybe I've got my geography wrong.
I think it's pronounced Maryland as well, but like it's
not. I know a load of Marys, and they have a load of land. Maryland.
Do they? Your Marys have road frontage? Maryland is in Washington?
Yeah, I do that.
It's a mid-Atlantic. Oh, it's a state. Maryland's a state?
We didn't know that at all.
What the fuck, America? What's going on?
What's going on? That can't be big enough to be a state.
Population of 6 million people. Bigger than Ireland.
You're telling me that's a state, and like, say, I'm going to just name Cleveland.
Yeah.
I would, in my head, Cleveland is much bigger than that.
Yeah, and like Dayton in Ohio.
We're just naming Ohio places.
We're just naming places we don't know. Detroit, home of the 12 best rappers in Detroit, but they could only find 6. D12.
I'm trying to think of another. San Diego. Oh, that's not a state.
That's in California,
yeah,
but it should be a state, in my opinion.
Be a state.
Los Angeles.
Las
Come
Vegas,
on, guys.
Is that a state? That's not a state.
No, that's in Nevada,
That's
Connor.
in
But it should be
Nevada.
a state.
That's...
New York. That's a state as well, I suppose. But it's a city mainly.
I love. By the way, we do not cover American geography in our
Not
schools.
very well. No,
You might be shocked to know.
No, we learn America's the big one over there.
Yeah.
And then there's a solid 2 years that you just learn about what England did to us.
That's literally the best description of our education. It's like, right, America's over there. Columbus. He was around, the late fucking 1400s. He was around there, 70, around that area, right? He's fine. They had a big civil war. It was a whole thing, right? Let's not get into that. More importantly, lads, those English lads over there, right? Let me tell you something. And for the next 3 years, everyone huddles in.
It's been like, God, that's terrible. Yeah, it was.
Fucking it was. Now, let me tell you what happened the next year.
My history book legitimately had 3 pages on Christopher Columbus and then about 40 on just like Irish-English relations on the famine, yeah.
And they stole our land and they stole our food. Anyway, Columbus was over there to the left. He was doing something.
He went to Portugal first and they said no, so then he went to Spain to get shit. But anyway, fucking bread, right? We couldn't get bread for a very long time.
The fucking potatoes were black and we were all fucking... Oh, we were raging, boys.
Yellow meal. They gave us yellow meal to eat. It's just fucking green. It's fucking green,
I love the fact that we got on this because I accidentally said Florida.
I know, yeah.
In Maryland.
So what's happening in Maryland these days with this
I'm
rescue team? I'm
going to keep calling it Maryland just because that's how I read it, Sean.
That's fine, Connor. You do what you want to do. Whatever
so the
makes you
firefighters there, Sean, they were called out because there was a man stuck in a chimney. And their quote was, and I cannot stress enough how right this quote is, but simultaneously not needed to be said, because they gave this interview to the press and they said he was not authorised to be there. And to be honest,
a qualified chimney inspector.
They were like checking his pass. Like while he was down there, can you reach into your pocket?
Yeah, can you show me your badge, sir?
A man stuck in a chimney in Montgomery County was rescued after 24 firefighters responded, breaking through a wall and dismantling part of the chimney brick by brick to free him, officials said.
Fuck. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of work to free this one. Could they not have... Maybe it was more work, but could they not have gotten an elaborate pulley system to bring him out of the chimney?
They needed you on the site to maybe give them these great ideas.
Joe, there was once this is entirely... I don't believe I remember this, but there was a building in my town that was due to be knocked down, but the chimney on the building was protected. Like the method of construction or some shit was of significance, and so they had to mark that number 1, 2, 3, like all the way around the bricks on the chimney. Remove that separately from the house due to be demolished and rebuild it somewhere else.
So you're just telling me on the floor it was just a chimney that was like 2 foot tall?
I think they might have put it on another like reconstructed building. You know, like not just like, oh, we have it in the town square and we dance around it at Easter.
In the town square, you know how it is. The old chimney square.
The old chimney square. Oh, you go there with your best gal on a weekend.
That was also in our history books, but like underneath it was like, and the fucking English wanted that as well, the pricks. It's like, alright.
Very aggressive, our history books.
Just everything's so aggressive. So Sean, they turn up. They start taking apart this chimney brick by brick. A resident of the family home... Brick by boring brick indeed. So the resident of the home called the police after hearing rustling that he thought was coming from outside at 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
Officers responded, but they found no signs of an attempted break-in, and then left.
Oh, so they came... They saw nothing, and they just pieced out.
Well, I mean, you check the outside, you check the inside. There's not a broken. There's nobody there. There's nobody within like 50 feet of the house.
But now they're like, there's going to be at least one officer who called out to investigate that house. That no matter what investigation he's ever called out on in the future, he's going to check the chimney.
You'd have to check the chimney. So
every time
the police come out, they check. They're like, we can't see anything. There's nothing here. I was like, I could definitely hear. It's not a ghost in a pub. I could definitely hear somebody there. So the police, they drive home. They're sick of it, Shaun. An hour later, the resident said he heard moaning inside a wall of the home, and then and proceeded to ring the police again. When they returned, they noticed the top of the chimney had been removed.
Okay, so he took the full on, like, the cap off the chimney and just hopped down? Like, yeah, that's a long...
He Tim Allen the Santa Claus it.
But he doesn't have Santa Claus powers, does he?
He doesn't. I can only assume he doesn't.
Like, chimneys aren't that big. Like, that's the reason, like, Santa Claus, who is real, by the way, but, like, he's magical, so he's able to fit down chimneys, even though he's, like an obese man. So...
They didn't actually remove him until 7:30 in the morning.
Fuck, how long was he in that? 4 hours at least?
It got called in for about 3:30 that the guy heard noise.
Oh, so I'm going to put him at like a comfy 5 hours in that chimney.
Yeah, because you try to escape yourself multiple times before you start making real noise and panicking, I'm assuming.
Yeah. At least I suppose you have air, like, but it's also like the walls, and every time you move, you're dropping
like
soot on yourself. Yeah, it's what gave people the black lung back in the day. But you have that to breathe, so don't worry.
You'd be fine.
You'd be fine. You'd be grand. And then, like, when the police came the first time, there must have been a debate in his head of like, okay, I'll be in trouble if I get caught. Yeah, but I might die if I'm not caught.
So it's the old. No, I love the idea that the police arrive and he's still in like criminal mode. That he's like, stay fucking quiet. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Just his training kicks in.
Like, they'll never find me in here. I'm in the best hide and seek spot ever. They'll never find me. And then like 5 seconds later, he keeps trying and he can't escape. He's like, they'll never find me. Oh no, they'll never find me.
No one will ever find me.
Yeah, so they have to basically spend 4.5 hours getting this man out of the chimney brick by boring brick. And so they had flashlights, they had ladders. Apparently they had, floodlights, ladders, shovels and other equipment to bring into the sitting room of the home to break him out that way.
Oh, so they went like through the house up. I suppose, gravity is working for you. And it's easier to get him down than up at that point.
So they had to just keep removing bricks until they removed like the 5 bricks that were holding him in.
That's ridiculous. Like, you'd feel... I mean, you were getting burgled, so like you'd feel bad if it was your house. But like, at least they probably cleaned the chimney for him afterwards, wouldn't they?
They wouldn't need to. It's all around the sitting room. All the soot.
Okay, well then follow-up question. Do you think they cleaned that up? Or did your man have to do it?
No, I think the police just leave at that stage.
Once they have the criminal, they're like, oh, and that's our work done for the day.
Didn't we stop you getting robbed, didn't we? Right, so...
Well, technically the chimney stopped him, officer.
Maybe the chimney needs its own medal of valour.
And, like, if anything, you've caused damage to my house.
Shaun, what do you think of this criminal now? I love... There's always a moment in any of these stories where it becomes, I'm in control, I'm the best criminal ever, oh no, I'm gonna die. And at that moment, he has to take into account he's going to start screaming because he needs help.
Yeah, and I think you can chart that, like, as this man is on the roof, like, legs over the chimney ready to dive in. He's like, I'm a fucking genius, I'm the best criminal ever.
Why did he think the chimney was the best mode of entry into the home?
It must have been the Christmas season got it in his head. But I also, like, it's a big risk because... Even if the fire's not lit, you still have to like land on a metal grate, and that's going to make noise.
Yeah, like even in any sort of fire, there's so many. Obviously, Santa can overcome any of these issues, but for a regular person, Shaun, the issues could be lit. Even if it's not lit, is there embers there? You land in those embers, they can still be hot. You could still burn the soles of your feet. It's not going to be good.
Yeah, and even if you're wearing boots, now they can track your boot prints all over the place.
You stand in it, then you walk on the carpet. Carpet goes up in flames. You've brought the embers across the room.
Brought the embers across the room. Now you're dead. Now the person you were burgling is dead. Now you're up for murder.
Fire safety is vital this time of year, guys. Let's all just...
Especially in Maryland. The shittest theme park to ever exist.
Shaun, I feel like we're going to have to finish off this week with Florida Man, because I feel I do have another Florida Man story from this week, but we can talk about it next week. And that's the great thing about this. Florida Man always gets up to hijinks. So if we go and get to them all one week, we can carry them over and bring them across next week. Because I have
something
Florida
to look
Man.
Forward to, yeah.
Florida Man stops to charge ankle monitor while committing another crime. Faces Grand Theft Auto.
What? Okay. I don't know enough about ankle monitors, but I have two questions. Number one, they show the police your location, right? So why would you charge it? And number two, I never considered that you would have to charge an ankle monitor.
The man, Joshua Shane Kreider, even approached one caller, one of the callers to the police, and asked if he could use their electrical outlet to charge his ankle monitor while he was here.
So sorry, while I'm remanded in custody.
While I'm robbing you, would you mind if I just maybe charge my ankle monitor? Because they get really mad if I'm not actually wearing it. Like, the police get real pissy at that.
Do you have a phone charger? No, Android. No, sorry. No, the new Android. No, sorry. So
the detective approached Kreider, who was allegedly behaving strangely. And while the detective Pacheco attempted to figure out what was going on, so he's trying to figure it out, Kreider reached into his pockets, causing the detective to hear several suspicious clicking sounds while he was in his pocket. Always a poor move. You get approached by a detective. Let me just reach into my pockets, officer, for some unknown item I have in there.
What he's doing is he's solving a padlock and putting it in a sock. Brought it back.
It's always the go-to.
It's the peak weapon.
Why a padlock?
I don't know. It's heavy, isn't it? Like it's I feel you get a good swing on it.
Oh yeah. When the suspect refused to keep his hands visible, which I mean, good call from the detective. Let me see your hands.
Yeah.
He was immediately handcuffed. The detective then found a box cutter in his pocket with the blade in his pocket, not opened, but he also had a blade in his pocket. So his idea was that he was reaching into his pocket that had an unopened blade and a box cutter in it, and he didn't think the detective would react in a way to say, maybe take your hands out of your pocket. I feel like I might be in a chance of dying here.
But was that like a security measure that he placed on himself? Like, because if they find me, they'll see that the blade is not in the box cutter at the time. So I couldn't have meant any harm.
And the reason why they all got called out, by the way, is because he was in a car that he had stolen, riding through people's gardens, all through the front. So he's got the tag on his ankle. He's got the monitor. He's decided to steal a car. You're thinking, lay low. You've got the car. Get home. That's all you can do. No. Let me cause as much ruckus as possible. Bring as much attention towards me. Let me continue to drive through homeowners' gardens until they ring the police.
It's like playing GTA on hard mode. It's like as soon as you get in that car, yeah, it's 2 stars, but you can lose that easy. But next minute, this man has a tank after him.
He's like, how do I get more attention on me? Because they already know where I am by my monitor.
Because they track me, because it's attached to my leg.
Do they know that I have a monitor? I'll ask one of the neighbours, can I charge my ankle monitor? Then they'll definitely know that I have an ankle monitor.
Would a court see that as, like, favourable, though? That, like, oh, he took the time to charge his ankle monitor, so that's responsible. Let's knock 5 years off.
Yeah, he only killed 4 people in the hit and run, but he has to charge his monitor twice. So, swings and roundabouts, Your Honour.
He did hit many swings and many roundabouts, that is true.
And there were several children on them at the time, but at the same time, though, he was fully charged. He didn't want that thing to go.
He did, no, 99%. That's impressive these days.
And he didn't charge it overnight, Your Honour. Your Honour, I cannot stress enough how vital it is that he was fully charged, so we always knew where he was when he was committing his crimes. Can't we all agree that was the proper thing to do?
This man specifically asked for a portable power pack ankle monitor. He has one on each ankle. Like, Your Honour, like, that's a responsible man right there.
His legs weigh a ton. He's just walking around just like swinging them.
He's got jeans just made of cable at this point.
They call me Cyborg Man.
The government knows where I am at all times. Let's commit a crime together.
Yeah. I like the idea that he tried to get an accomplice and they were like, lad, we literally cannot get away. Like, if I go with you...
They will follow us.
They will follow us everywhere. You have the one thing we don't need in a crime.
You seem like a nice guy, but Jesus, this is a lot to ask of someone.
What do you feel about Florida Man's thoughts here?
I don't want to say noble, but like... It's like he... Maybe. I think he maybe just caught sense towards the end of the crime. I was like, he remembered one thing and it was just like, okay, the ankle monitor needs to be charged. Once I do that, everything will be fine.
They might forgive me for all the other crimes of the car robbery and the driving through people's gardens.
It's like, why'd you steal the car? Well, I was low on charge and I didn't want to get into trouble.
Yes.
So, had to get to a PowerPoint very quickly, you see. You know,
now,
all cyborg legs.
He needs loving as well. Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
It's been quite the week. A lot of crime this week. But like,
a lot of crime and ghosts. And would you consider farting in a? Well, I was going to say farting in a chimney, but farting in a doorbell as a crime.
There's one place you don't want to fart. It's a chimney.
That's going to cause
Let me tell you.
That's going to cause a ruckus.
I don't know, farting in front of the doorbell, I still see it as more unsettling mischief, I would call it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Or shithousery, for want of a better term.
Shithousery.
But would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and then next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesday. Big thanks to everyone who supports us over on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. Shoutouts, of course, go to The City Is Yours, Jared Leto. Don't Let the Moon Fall on the second jungle cruise to the centre of the earth. Jumanji Flashpoint. I do feel, Waffles, you might have lost it towards the end there.
It was going so well.
It's going so well. It's one of the best. But then you had to bring in Flashpoint right at the end, and I am a Marvel fanboy, as we all know. Thanks to Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Shaun Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green. Anna wants you all to adopt, not shop, and remember to spay and neuter all your pets. She is totally a crazy cat lady and likes everyone to know this fact. Hjelmroos. On the way back from town today, a little cat came up and let me rub his head. So
Aww.
I'm also on the cat train at the minute.
Yeah, I agree.
Lil Dicky, before anyone could answer, Jared turned into Morbius and Florida Man turned into a Moonfall McGrew. Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sammy DeLucia, Michelle seriously cannot keep up with changing her name Brown, and Morbius and Venom decided that Moonfall was so shit, they went on a rampage too. Luke Hoth. That one's, it's still annoyingly good. It offends me.
They're getting better.
But they're getting better. But thank you everyone for your continued support. If you want to join those fine people, head on over to the Patreon. Other ways you can help out the show, whatever podcast platform you're listening on, if you could leave a like and a review on that, it helps to get us up in the rankings, helps to let more people listen to us. I know that Spotify, it's only kind of a recent addition, so I think they're favouring it quite heavily. So if you wouldn't mind awfully, or leaving a rating on there, that would be absolutely amazing. We do have a merch store link below. Twitter is at Heroes for Hire Pod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram then is Heroes for Hire Podcast. But the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I have been Conor Lawler.
I have been Shaun.
I shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.